Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to help the channel grow and keep up to date with the latest videos. Hi and welcome to another video by me, FlowJo. Today we're going to be looking at Power Automate desktop actions. And we're going to be looking at two different actions for lists. We're looking at sort list and shuffle list. So let's begin with sort list. Now sort list effectively allows you to order a list alphanumerically. So if you've got a list, let's say 4 numbers, 4, 2, 1, 3, you will end up with a list of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this also happens with A, B, C, D, etc. Okay, so that's sort, pretty easy, right? Then you've got shuffle list. Now this randomly orders an alphanumeric list. Now what do I mean by that? Well, every time you run through and you pass a list into this, let's say you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 example again, when you run through it may come out as 3, 2, 1, 4. But the next time you run through it may come out as 4, 3, 1, 2. Every time the action occurs it sorts randomly. So for whatever reason you might need to do a random list, this is why you would use shuffle list. But we're also going to be looking at two other actions. We're going to be looking at the create list action. Now this is because we need to create a list for our demo and we're not going to be going into too much detail. I do have videos on my YouTube channel that go into more detail about the create list as well as an add item to list, but we're going to be looking at this simply to create a list. So we're going to create a placeholder for our list and then we're going to need to add items. So we're going to go into the add items to a list action and we're going to simply add items to a previously created list. Okay, so that's an overview. Let's just take a look at what sort list looks like when you're actually on Power Automate desktop. So this is what you'll get. Now as you can see there, I've got the red bracket, but I'll talk about that in a moment. But overall, this is the type of view you'll see. You'll have a list to sort parameter that you would need to pass through. So if you select where that little red box is, it will drop down a list of your lists, so you don't actually have to type in the variable name for your list. You'll be able to just select it, and once we've then selected the list we can open up the next section, which is the sort by list item properties, and you can actually sort by additional properties. So this is good if you want to organize by multiple different things. But in our instance, in our demo, we're going to just be sorting a list. So we're just going to pass in our list and it's going to sort it for us. Then let's take a look at this shuffle list. So it's very similar look and feel. You just have a list to shuffle rather than a list to order. You just select where that little red box is and select the list, and then every time this goes through it will randomly shuffle your list. Okay, let's now take a look at a live demo on Power Automate desktop. Okay, so I'm on Power Automate desktop and I've got the create list action as we previously spoke about, and I've added 4 items to the list. I've done 3, 2, 1 and 4. So you can see there they are not in the correct order. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sort list action, and I'm just going to simply click on the select variable, select the list and press save. Now when we run through this we should get a list that's sorted, but we also want to see a shuffle list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through this first and then I'm going to add the shuffle list to the end and we can see the ramifications of that. So let's just hit run. And that's just created our list, added items and sorted our list. And if you look on the right hand side, instead of having 3, 2, 1, 4, which is what we created our list with, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's put a breakpoint here and just run it through again just to see this in action. Okay, so as you can see on the right hand side we've got 3, 2, 1, so 3, 2, 1, and if I do that, run next section, it's going to run the 4, and now we have a list that's 3, 2, 1, 4. And what we're going to do next is we're going to run the sort list action. So we're going to go from 3, 2, 1, 4 to you a sorted list of 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, the list is sorted. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle that list. So if I add shuffle list there and simply select the example list, press save, I'm going to run through till we get our sorted list. And then I'll run that action so we actually have a 1, 2, 3, 4 list. And then I'll run the shuffle list to show you how it randomly generates the list order. So if I just hit run. Okay, so we've got our initial list of 3, 2, 1, 4. Now we've ordered it and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to shuffle that list. And now we've got 4, 3, 1, 2. Now if I run this again, let's take away the breakpoint. You can see that we now have 2, 1, 3, 4. So every time shuffle list is run, it randomly generates the order of your list. So for whatever reason you decide to do that, you would use shuffle list to randomly generate the order of your list, or you would use sort list to get it alphanumeric A to Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So that is how you use sort list as well as shuffle list on Power Automate Desktop. Thanks for watching another video by me, FlowJoe. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button or select a video on your screen right now to continue learning more about the Power Platform.